I remember the exact second everything started to feel wrong. 11:47 p.m. Not 11:46. Not 11:48. Exactly 11:47. That's when my phone rang. And if I'm being honest, I almost didn't answer. It had been a long day, the kind that leaves your thoughts louder than usual. I was already in bed, lights off, staring at the ceiling, thinking about nothing and everything at the same time. Then my phone lit up. Unknown number. I stared at it longer than necessary. Something about it felt off. Not dangerous. Not urgent. Just wrong. Like I wasn't supposed to answer it. But I did. Hello. Silence. Not the normal kind. The kind that waits. Then, hey, you still overthink before you sleep? My body went cold. I sat up immediately. My fingers tightened around the phone. Who is this? A soft exhale came through the line. Like a relief. Then, you always ask that first. My heart skipped. That wasn't information. That was familiarity. Like it missed a step. What do you want? I asked. There was a pause. A long one. Then, quietly, I just wanted to hear your voice again. The call ended. Just like that. No explanation. No goodbye. Nothing. I sat there, staring at my phone, trying to make sense of what just happened. But nothing made sense. Because I knew one thing for sure. I had never heard that voice before. And yet, it didn't feel like a stranger. The next morning, I told myself it was nothing. I brought it up causally. Well, that's creepy. Maya said, both stirring their coffee. Block it and forget about it. She said so easily, like forgetting was something I was good at. Well, I assumed it's a prank call, a wrong number, something simple, something explainable. And so I blocked the number and moved on. Or at least, I tried to. The next night, 11:47 p.m., my phone rang again. Different number. Same time. Same feeling. This time, I didn't hesitate. Stop calling me. A quiet breath came through the speaker. Then, you used to say that when you were smiling. My chest tightened. I don't know you. You did, he said softly. You just don't remember. Remember. And that's when something shifted inside me. Fear makes you hang up. But this made me stay. By the third night, I was waiting. I hate admitting that. But it's true. 11:46 p.m. My eyes were already on my phone. 11:47. It rang. Why are you doing this? I asked immediately. I'm not, he replied. I'm just reminding you. Of what? A pause. Then, of us. That word didn't scare me. It unsettled me. Because I knew. There was no us. There couldn't be. And yet, something deep inside me felt like it was trying to remember something it couldn't reach. Later that week, I found myself sitting in Dr. Elise Carter's office. I've been having strange moments, I told her. What kind of moments? Like something is missing. Not physically, just gone. She watched me carefully. You've made incredible progress, Nora. That wasn't an answer. It was avoidance. I didn't sleep that night. Or the night after that. Because every time my phone rang, it didn't feel random. It felt intentional. And the worst part? He never sounded like a stranger. If someone knew your deepest habits, but you had no memory of them, would you keep listening or run? What would you do at 11:47 p.m.? If you appreciate deep, layered stories like this, take a second to subscribe. These stories take time, thought, and heart to create, and your support truly keeps them coming. By the fifth night, I stopped asking who he was. The fear didn't disappear. It softened, not because I wasn't curious, but because I was starting to care more about what he would say next. You still leave your closet light on, he said one night. I froze, because it was true. I turned slowly, looking at the faint glow spilling from my half-open closet door. How do you know that? A small pause. Then, you used to say it made you feel less alone. Something about the way he said it. It didn't feel like information. It felt like memory. Another night, I asked, what else do you know? You hate waiting. My breath caught. A flash. A crowded train platform. Rain hitting metal. A voice. You always look this serious? I blinked. The image disappeared. You're quiet, he said. I just remembered something. No, he replied softly. You felt something. That unsettled me more than anything else. Because he was right. And you also hate coffee, he said. But you drink it when you're overwhelmed. I let out a small laugh. Okay, that's not exactly rare. No, he said softly. But the way you hold the cup is. My smile faded. What do you mean? You wrap both hands around it, he said. Like you're trying to hold yourself together. That one stayed with me. Because I didn't even realize I did that. Somewhere along the way, the fear started to fade. Not completely, but enough to make space for something else. Comfort, familiarity, connection. Tell me something real, I said one night. I always do. Know something about you. A pause. Then, I don't sleep much anymore. Why? Because you're not there. I didn't know what to say to that. So I didn't say anything. But I didn't hang up either. That was the night I realized something dangerous. I was starting to look forward to him. And that didn't make sense. Because I didn't know him. At least, that's what I kept telling myself. Days later, Maya sat across from me again. You're smiling at your phone now? She asked. I'm not smiling. You are. I looked away. It's just someone I talked to. Do you know him? A pause. Not exactly. Her expression changed instantly. Nora, no. That night, I asked him again. Tell me your name. I asked again. Silence. Then, not yet. And for some reason, I trusted and I let that go. Would you trust a voice that feels familiar, but makes no sense even when logic says you shouldn't? Everything started to blur. Reality, memory, logic. None of it felt stable anymore. Because he didn't just know things. He knew too much. You still check the door twice before sleeping. You hum when you're nervous. You pretend you're okay, even when you're not. I started checking my apartment. Locks, windows, corners. Nothing. No one. But the feeling didn't go away. It got worse. Are you watching me? I asked one night. No. Then how do you know all this? Silence. Then, because I was there. That answer didn't help. It made things worse. You're lying, I said. Maybe, he replied calmly. But not about you. That's when the doubt really started to settle in. Not about him. About myself. Because part of me recognized him. And I didn't know why. I went back to Dr. Carter. Is memory selective? I asked. It can be. Can someone forget a person completely? Her pause lasted too long. In rare cases. Would you tell them? Another pause. Not always. I stopped sleeping. Stopped focusing. Stopped trusting my own thoughts. Because every night, he felt more real. And my own memories felt less. Tell me your name, I whispered one night. A long silence. Then, Daniel. Everything inside me went still. That name. It didn't just sound familiar. It felt buried. No, I said quickly. That's not possible. You're lying, I told him. Yeah, he replied quietly. But not about you. Daniel is dead. That's what they told you. Who told me? He didn't answer. I put him on hold. Put a call through to Maya. You remember Daniel, right? Her face changed instantly. Why are you asking that? Just answer me. A long pause. You shouldn't be thinking about him. That wasn't denial. That was fear. What happened to him? I asked. You had an accident, she said carefully. That's all you need to know. That was the moment everything broke. Meet me, I said suddenly. Tomorrow, 11:47. A pause. If I do, everything changes. Good, I said. Because this is driving me insane. Okay. Would you meet him or walk away? 11:47 p.m. Train station. Empty. Silent. My phone rang. I'm here, I said. I know. Where are you? A pause. Then, right behind you. I turned, and my world stopped. It wasn't a stranger. It was someone my heart recognized. Before my mind could. Daniel? I whispered. You finally see me. You died, I said. I didn't, he replied. You just stopped remembering. The accident, he said. You survived, but you lost pieces of your life. You forgot me, he continued. But I never forgot you. I tried everything, he said. You looked at me like I was nothing. So I started over. The calls, I whispered. I needed you to feel it again. Not remember. Feel. And that's when it hit me. Not a memory. Something deeper. I don't remember us, I said. But why does it feel like I never stopped loving you? He smiled. We didn't fix everything that night. There was no sudden return of memories. No perfect ending. Just two people, standing in the space between what was lost and what refused to disappear. Can we start again? I asked. Daniel looked at me. Not hopeful. Not desperate. Just honest. We never really ended, he said. And for the first time, that didn't scare me. Because maybe love isn't memory. Maybe it's something deeper. Something that stays. Even when everything else is gone. And maybe, that's why I answered the phone. Do you believe love can exist without memory? Would you fall in love again with someone you forgot? Was Daniel right to start over? Is this fate or choice? And most importantly, would you have answered that call at 11:47? If this story stayed with you, If it made you feel something real, subscribe and stay. There's more like this, stories that don't just entertain, but linger.